Hello everybody and welcome to this video by the Vaidya's Chess Hub, and this video is where we are going to immerse ourselves deep into the end game study. Now this video is going to be very interesting because it talks about how chess defies laws of physics sometimes. Now what I would love you to do actually is now that you know that it's the end game, you want to do some calculation yourself. So before we go ahead and see what the solution is and what is the likely outcome, I want you to give it a thought. It's white to play in this position. I repeat, it is white to play in this position. And please pause the video and try to find out for yourself who will win, or will it be a draw if it is white to play and both the sides play to their best potential. If they both play the best possible moves, what will be the likely outcome of this game? You can pause the video and try to find it out for yourself. Okay, now if you had paused the video, I'm sure you came out with the right answer. But before we actually check that out, let me say how chess is different than the standard laws of physics, how it defies the laws of physics. Now, physics will tell you the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. In this position, how does that apply exactly? The king on a4, if he manages to get on this g4 square the moment black king captures the pawn on g6, white should be able to hold black for a draw, and that should have been what your calculation that should have been your calculation when you paused the video, if you had paused the video, that this actually should be a draw, but only if white knows how to approach it carefully. If he goes by the standard rule that the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, then he will not be able to do so, I'm afraid. In chess, it doesn't work that way. Let us see why it doesn't work. Let's say white king goes to square b4, black king f7, king c4, king f6, and after king d4, black will stop white king's progress. This is also known as the shouldering concept in chess. So white will completely be helpless after this. We'll try king d5, and after king f5 and king d6, black gobbles up the pawn, and even if white thinks he'll be able to come in the particular line on time, I'm afraid again black king is going to shoulder the white king, just as you see here, and black will not allow white any chance to manage a draw after this. Here, king here, the pawn, and after this the pawn will simply manage to promote and black will win. So that is not the best thing, clearly. Now what you would feel, what if the white king tried to reach the black pawn first? Well, if we can even try that, well, that should be a good idea. Let's say king b4, king to f7, king c5, king f3, king d5, king f4, king e6, king g5, king f7, and this is what we call the Zugzwang or the Zwischenschuk, because now it is black to play, and black has just this one very vital move, king to h6, and now unfortunately, white will have to give up the pawn because there's no king f6, and after this we again know the same concept will follow, and again black will win. Well, this pawn will definitely manage to queen and black will win. So these are not the best ways. Because of this, I want you to remember this nice king h6 maneuver, and really white king will have to give the pawn and the game after that. But still, I maintain that this is a draw. That's because what I'm about to reveal right now. The shortest distance between 2 points, according to physics, is a straight line. But that's exactly probably the difference between chess and physics. Indeed, we want to get to the g4 square, but in chess, you know what? You don't have to take this route. You could take this route instead. You can count with me that the number of moves will precisely be 6. Although this looks a longer distance, it is not, trust me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 moves to get there, and if white follows this pattern, I can assure you it is going to be a draw. There's no way black can win this game. Now let us quickly see how that will happen. So let's say king b3, black plays king f2, king c2. Now if of course here black just tries to shoulder the king, white wouldn't mind just doing repeating the same moves over and over, because none of the sides then are going for these pawns here, which will mean it will be automatically a draw. So black has to get to the pawn in order to make some progress, or so he will believe. And then king d1, and then after king g4 and king e2 and king g5 and king f3. Now the point, the most important, the crucial point is that after king takes g6, suddenly black, rather white king manages to enter that g4 square, and believe me, this is a draw. So we have approach this g4 square not within the conventional norms, the physics will tell you, but in chess intelligentsia. It's very common idea. And now let us see how this is a draw. It's a very common idea. It's black to play here because white just played king to g4. The point is that the king cannot push the white king and cannot get ahead of the pawn. So here white will play king f4, and after the pawn is pushed, if the pawn is pushed two squares, then king g4 is a straightforward draw. Let's say black tries the pawn to g6. The king then goes back to g4, and after that's the point that the king cannot come ahead in front of the pawn. So black will probably try pushing the pawn, and the right retreat is g3, and after king f5, white gets the opposition. This is a very common technique. If black tries to switch over to the h file, the opposition is on the h file, and this is, it's important to remember that white should retreat in the same file as where the pawn is. And if black tries something like king f4, well, okay, king f2, again black king cannot make any progress. So after king g4, again the right retreat is in the same file as the pawn, and after king f3, king f1, check, king, and after king f3 is a draw. So I'm very sure that you like this concept of how chess is a little different from physics. It's really interesting. The point again to note is that this is not the best way to get there. You can go to the d1 square first, and then via that you can reach the g4 square. Then black king will not be able to shoulder the white king, and white will be able to hold black for a draw. I'm absolutely certain that you liked it. Hope you had calculated the same earlier when you had paused the video. Let me know how you thought this video was, and feel free to add if there is any point that you think I missed out on. And as I always say, keep playing, keep learning, keep enjoying chess. Thank you so much for your time here, and thank you for giving me this opportunity to share this with you. Until next time, bye bye.